This arcade, do I need specialist equipment to be able to access Vault Hill?
On the 22nd, no. Subsequently, yes. In the sense that we're working with a couple of hardware providers, working with HTC, working with Meta.
You've mentioned early access. We've spoken about when. Tell me about how. How do I get onto Vault Hill?
Great question. So the team are working through a list. We could call it the white list, where we've picked out a couple of our early on investors, to get them invited into London, depending on location. And, coming into this event, so it's going to be about 20, 30 tickets. We'll be sending out through emails to say, hey, come check out Vault Hill. We're going to be working with DNA VR Arcade in London, in Battersea, where we'll be uploading our APK, which is a file format for the world, into their system. So you come in and just like how you go in and play virtual reality games, you could actually experience Vault Hill Metaverse in there as well.
So you mentioned virtual reality, early access, arcade. Do I need specialist equipment to be able to access Vault Hill?
On the 22nd, no. Subsequently, yes. Okay. In the sense that we're working with a couple of hardware providers, working with HTC, working with Meta, working with ByteDance, the owners of TikTok and Pico, the virtual reality. Because again, if you look at channel and access into the metaverse, being immersive comes with, some form of hardware. So we're trying to work out strategically what is the best fit for and cost effective for folks to come into Vault Hill. However, also working through access channels where you don't need the hardware, because the hardware is quite expensive, that we know, but we still want to provide an immersive experience to our consumers as well.
So what does that mean? So if I reflect, there are three ways theoretically that people could access a metaverse, right? I log on my laptop, presumably using vaulthill.io, and go in, have a very similar experience to what you've got with some of the brands like Roblox. Then you've got a headset which you can buy, such as the Oculus 2, and you can put it on there, but you have to download an application, correct?
Yeah.
Or there's...
I think it's called the Meta Quest 2 now.
Thank you, I appreciate that. And then you've got the third option, which is that I buy a headset, which is a lot more powerful, but I plug it into my PC, and that gives me a higher resolution, higher run rate, etc. Now, Vault Hill is obviously going for high quality. They're building Unreal Engine, and as a result of building Unreal Engine, you have potential access to quality of footage, which is similar to films like, or TV programs like The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
How are Vault Hill looking to manage the offset of poor quality of the mobile headsets, such as the Meta Quest 2, which are due to be upgraded again tomorrow, whenever tomorrow is, and the quality that people will want to get in these places? Is there a strategy behind Vault Hill? Are they going to go with multi-platform access? Are they going to go with one over the other?
So good and interesting question. I kid you not. This is an expensive experiment in terms of hardware access and point of entry and strategy to come into the metaverse across all of the metaverse developing companies, right? So had a conversation, last week when I was in Dubai with one of the head of art of Virtua. They've just rebranded from Terra Virtua to Virtua, and same challenges he was talking about. PC VR, mobile VR, headsets, pixelated, high fidelity, Unreal Engine, game engine of choice, Unity, independent ? And these are the challenges we all face building this. And I was expressing to him, had I known, or had I been more strategic earlier on, I could have actually just reached out to a couple of them, because we're all in a Telegram group, the likes of the CEO of NetVRK, Victoria VR, Decentraland, and a couple of others, to say, hey, we have this problem. How do we solve for it? And that way we start to talk about more technical problems around interoperability and portability. But let me come back to your question, because I felt like I was digressing for a little bit.
Touch.
It's more around, we've chosen Unreal Engine. We've experimented with Unity. We have experimented with Unreal Engine. We've built a simulation for a company called Today Fit, a wellness center in Unreal. We've built a maze game in Unity. We've built Amrita Sethi, the first NFT artist in the Middle East, a meditation sculpture in Unreal. So we've kind of experimented. We've had the privilege to experiment with client work, right? Not just work for ourselves. So feedback has been great. And we made that decision to go with Unreal Engine. It was a no-brainer. In terms of platform choice, right? Again, if we look at statistics, right? If we take the financial services and we look at Barclays, right? They started off with bank branching, so in person, right? Telephone banking, web banking, mobile banking. And as the evolution of technology carries on, a lot of us have pivoted into mobile phones and mobile banking, right? So there's a decline in going into the branch. There's a decline in phoning up the bank because you can get everything done, most things done on your phone. There's a chat bot, there's a chat service now, and all of that. Similar situation with the metaverse and how we're building. There is, a PC VR version, there's a web version, and there's a mobile VR version. Now, with each of these technologies, you touched on earlier around quality, look and feel, high fidelity, poly counts, triangles, and all of that. Now, if you look at the evolution, the mobile phone doesn't have enough compute power as the computer in terms of a high GPU graphic card type PC, right? So the run rate, the refresh rates are a little bit better than the mobile, but the mobile is still more accessible, right? So we started off saying, you know what, want to attract more of the masses. Let's go to the mobile VR. And we started building that in mobile VR. We built Amrita's Amrita's simulation in mobile VR. And the work to get that done is fine for standalone experiences. But think of what we're doing. We're building a human-centric metaverse, right? We have 10,000 pieces of land to call it 10,000 installations, right? Getting that on a mobile VR is very, very challenging just because of the technology of where we are today. So we pivoted again as a startup, quickly making decisions to, look at where we are and what we need to do. We pivoted to PC VR, right? Ultimately, building in PC VR is still great because even on mobile VR, you build on PC VR and then you re-optimize to mobile VR. And apologies, I know I've been going a little bit technical in the last 3-4 minutes, but it's just to expand on the complexity of what we're building, right? And PC VR gives us more latitude to play with, high fidelity graphics, experiences coming out very, very immersive compared to the mobile phone, mobile VR. Will the mobile VR catch up? Yes. Just like in the 80s, we had the floppy disk and we had the CD-ROM, we had the, 3 megabyte flash drives, and now we have the cloud of unlimited storage. So that's the evolution of where we are. And, we're fortunate enough to play in this space to help shape what that looks like. So to answer your question, we're going cross-platform. We started off with mobile VR. We've pivoted to PC VR, which is where we are. And then we're building an Unreal Engine.